Hello everyone, my name is Azatru, how are you, and welcome to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 video of mine. And in this video, we are going to be exploring Yavin 4. So I am going to be sharing with you the secrets of what is under and inside this Galactic Assault variant of Yavin 4. This is actually the last proper multiplayer map in this series, but fear not. There is more to come. I still have some Starfighter Assault maps to come, plus I will be exploring the campaign levels because they've been heavily requested, and I am going to be doing the most exciting ones to start off with and then trying to get through every single mission. But they're going to take a while to make, so there will be few and far between, but nevertheless I will get them all done. But now let's get straight on into exploring Yavin 4. So we have some really cool looking animals on this map, especially on the Empire side of the map. I feel like the detail for these animals are incredible in this game. And there's quite a few that run around and do things, that fly, that sort of stuff in this map. So we actually have a couple of shuttles for the Empire on this map that are either just in the spawn or they're floating for some reason. Right here, they're not actually flying, but then we also have some flying as the intro for the Galactic Assault game plays. Now there is a bunch of different temples on this map. We can only go in the main Grand Temple, but there are quite a few in the surrounding area that we see in the Star Wars films. So inside them, there is nothing, unfortunately, but I must say the detail still looks phenomenal, even though they're at a lower resolution. Same goes for the foliage as well, it's really good. I feel like this map is one of the best looking maps, but at the same time suffers probably from the most performance issues, plus there is a lot of LOD issues as well. I think this map pops way too much compared to the other maps, sadly. Now, look at this. The X-Wings on this map actually have pilots. This is what I mean by bad LODs. The pilots pop up outside the X-Wings from a certain distance. That should not happen. Here we have a bird that looks great, to be honest. I love the colours, and I'm sure it's got a name in the Star Wars universe. Now, something I found quite interesting, there is a secret room in the first kind of temple in this map. So as you can see, I've lit it up because it is really dark when you go inside it, but as you can see, there is foliage on the floor, there is some water lily pads, plants, and some untextured and just random blank blocks that are in some sort of structure. Now, I feel like that was potentially a room you could go in, or the map, that part of the tunnel was wider. Same goes for this side. It was definitely wider, I think. They just filled it up and went over it because it was kind of finished, or at least extended a little bit further than what is the current playable area in the game. Now, we actually have two TIE fighters under the map. They're back, and they are for the Empire this time. You know, in Takodana we had two First Order TIE fighters. Well, in this map we have two Empire TIE fighters underneath the map. Now, this is kind of interesting to me personally. We've got an insanely long branch that goes right under the floor for quite some time, but is also quite visible. It's just super long. Here we actually have space for 3 X-Wings on the map, but only their engine particle effects actually show up. I tried going really far back and adjusting graphic settings, and the actual model just does not show up, except for the light emitted from the engine, which is separate to the actual model. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, but there you go. There's where 3 X-Wings should be. Now, as we get closer to the Grand Temple, we actually have the Millennium Falcon, we have some Y-Wings and X-Wings, but a new vehicle we've not explored yet is the U-Wing from Rogue One, and inside it's fully detailed. It looks pretty incredible, I must say. I love the colours, but it's actually quite small. Then we have some blocks near this huge piece of blue which is under the map. You cannot see it unless you go quite high up into the sky and look directly below. Here we have a creature that runs around the maps but is also watching over the battle on one of these stands. You know, these stands are famous. These watchtowers are quite famous within the Star Wars franchise, but we have one of these guys just chilling on top of it, and he's there all game pretty much. He just sits there and he just watches over the battle, which is kind of funny to be honest, but I like it. It's nice. Now let's see what's inside the Grand Temple then. So there isn't actually that much when you go above the first couple of levels. You can actually see when you're playing inside this temple. It's pretty repetitive as you'd expect. It shouldn't be any different because, well, you can't actually see or get up there. But I really love the look of these temples. I think there's some incredible Star Wars designs and they're very human, but at the same time they are Star Wars-esque, and you know, they're from the very first Star Wars film, and it's great to see it recreated in Star Wars Battlefront 2. I really wanted a map like Yavin 4 to be in the first Battlefront, but unfortunately we did not get it. There is the odd door here and there that leads to nothing, and plants that fill up this area which you can't see in-game. And the outside is actually kind of weird because it's like a weird texture. It's not kind of grassy at the back of this temple. I don't know why, maybe it was intended, but I'm not sure. We also do have multiple floors of fighters and equipment. Here are some TIE fighters and X-Wings battling it out or just crashing into the temple. Now this part of the map where they're repairing the various starfighters for the Rebellion is the furthest part you can get to in the playable area of this map. And I think this is an underappreciated part of the map because you can see so many hardworking rebels fixing up X-Wings, fixing up Y-Wings, travelling around with tools, that sort of stuff. They just don't get the notice they deserve, in my opinion. I mean, I really like their outfits, and can you imagine one of these as a playable officer or something like that in the game in the future? That would be cool. So that's it for the exploration of Yavin 4. It's actually quite a small map in terms of scale compared to other maps, but nevertheless it's very dense and beautiful looking map. Let me know in the comment section below what you enjoyed the most in this video. Was it the TIE fighters on the map? Was it the secret rooms in the temple that potentially would have been a playable part of the map back when they was developing the game? Let me know in the comment section below, and be sure to drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and if you missed any of the two previous videos on screen, go check them out, and I shall see you all in my next Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. Goodbye.